Good morning. It is Saturday, December 27th or 28th. Decided to turn on the camera as I go on my day today. It's kind of late. It's 12:12 now, and I'm just getting out of the house. I'm headed to, I had a few things I needed to get done today. One is going to the lovely Secretary of State and getting my corrected new driver's license, because we moved a few months ago, and I finally got around to going to get my license updated, and they got the new license wrong. Yeah, they just totally screwed it up. So now I have to take out more time out of my day to go get it corrected. So yeah, I'm thrilled about that. Good old Secretary of State. So yeah, the last time was an experience. I kind of already had it in my mind. It was going to be an adventure, I'll put it like that, and it always is. Well, let me stop saying that. But I did go in and kind of like taking my patience card with me, expecting just whatever it took, I was going to get it done that day. And so I had my documents. I got in the queue because they have this thing online where you can put yourself in line, and then they text you when your number is getting close, or they're getting close to your number, and so you can get there. So I put myself in line, and then I go up there. I was probably 97 in line before I left home, but I thought I was kind of feeling like the numbers were going to go quickly, and they were going to get to my number by the time I got up here. It's probably about a 15-20 minute drive, and so I got on up here. It actually did kind of jump from the time I left home to the time I actually got here, and I might have been 55 in line. And then I was checking it here and there, and it was, moving a little bit, not a lot. So I ended up going to the post office, leaving and going to the post office, because there was just one right up the street. And went to go mail something, came back, sat around, and I went in. I was talking to Tim here and there. So I went in, sat, and I had sat in there like in the beginning. I went in and I sat actually in the Secretary of State, and I was kind of trying to feel out the whole process, because it's such a cluster and nobody knows what's going on. It's like you're just there, and it's like you're in a holding cell, basically. You just hope for the best. So I went back later. This was maybe an hour and a half had passed by then. And I was sitting there and I was looking around, and different people, you know, I was kind of hearing them whisper, and is this what you do? And is this for this? Like I said, nobody really knows the whole process. Like, you get in line, do you have to sign in when you get there? Who knows? So I hadn't signed in. I hadn't done anything. I was just waiting for to see my number on the screen. And so I saw this line. They have this line, and it says, there's a sign that says documents necessary, or document check, I think it says. And so somebody was asking about that, like, do you go up there and see if you have the right documents? Like, is this for this line? Is this for is the line for people that they've already called their number? Yeah. And so I'm looking, and then I'm like, well, let me just get in this line, because it had gone down. Like, earlier when I was there, the line was long, and I didn't know what the line was for myself. So when I went back and I'm looking and at this document check line or sign, and I'm like, well, maybe I should just go ahead and get in this line just to make sure I have the right documents to change my address. And so, like I said, the line had gone down, so I get up there and I just kind of like waltzed up there and we just go and see. It was like, what do I have to lose? Like, I've sat here for an hour and a half, or I'm probably almost close to 2 hours by then. Like, what do I have to lose? I don't want to waste any more time waiting for my number to be called. So I get in line and get up there. The line went, I got up there pretty quickly. And she takes my paperwork, where she asked what I needed, and I said I needed to change my address because I had moved. And so I give her my documents, and she looks them over, fills out, does whatever she's doing on her computer, and basically changes my address right then and there, and tells me that I'll actually get a new address. So I think before they used to just give you a sticker if you change your address. They wouldn't give you an actual new license. I thought that's how it was before. But no, she actually said that I would be getting a new driver's license in the mail. So I'm like, cool. And she gives me this little piece of paper showing that my address was changed in case I got pulled over by the police. And yeah, it was just like that. It was done in like 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, great. And I was like, done. Leave. And I was just like, I was feeling good about myself. I like I called him, tell him that, this whole thing was about me just getting in line and just to see what was going to happen. This car in front of me is being so contemplative. I don't know what's going on. They're like driving 25 miles an hour. It's a 40 speed limit. Okay, I'm done ranting. Okay, so I'm excited. So I'm telling Tim about this, and I'm like, so next, when he goes in, he knows the drill, what he has to do when he goes in to get his done. It was kind of like I was like the guinea pig, so to speak. So I'm like totally excited and laughing because it was like just this totally random thing. Even though, granted, I had already been there for a couple hours, like it had taken a couple hours out of my day. I was still easy breezy. It was a beautiful day, and yeah, I was good. So weeks later, I'm like wondering, I haven't gotten my new address, and I'm planning to ask Tim because he gets the mail in, like if he had seen anything come through for me. And sure enough, that same day, that I was thinking about it, he said, your license came in the mail. And he said but it has the wrong address. He said, at least on the envelope, he could see that it was the wrong address. He was like, so hopefully they got the right address on your actual license. No, they do not have my right address. So now I am up here. This person in front of me is working my patience. Oh my gosh. So yeah, now I'm gonna go and see what I see about changing my new license to my new address. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I just went in there. There was no one in line, so I just walked up to the one line where they say documents check. And so I explained to her what I needed and what happened, and she was like, oh no. And she asked me for the last 4 digits of my cell number, because that's what they go by as far as like putting you in line. So I tell her, and I said, I'm not in line. She asked me if I checked in. I said no. I said not today. And so she was like, oh well, you need to check in, and then you'll get in line, and then they'll call your number or whatever. Really? So she asked for my number, so I gave her my whole cell phone number, and she, I guess, put me in line, and I'm like 226th in line. No, that's not okay. So I'm done. I am about to go on about my day. I wanted to go out to Clausen to look for some fabric, because I need to get some fabric for my aunt. I have 2 scarves that I need to make for her. And what else do I have to make? Those are really the only 2 things. I've been looking for fabric, and I haven't had any luck online. I found the fabric that I wanted, but the shipping was more than the fabric. So actually I probably need to go to Joann first. I'll go to Joann first, and then I'll decide if I want to go out to Clausen. I haven't been out there in a while. I don't know if it's Royal Oak or Clausen. I know the discount fabric is considered Clausen, but I don't know if Haberman is considered Clausen or Royal Oak. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Yeah, it's a beautiful day though. It is amazing out here. It is 76 degrees, and I went to bed super late. So, well, I usually go to bed super late. It was like last night. It was probably 3:30. Almost 4. So I knew I was gonna sleep in, and I'm gonna try and work this evening. That's when it's the busiest anyway. But although I think last Friday it was busy all day. So, because most of the times I notice with Shipt, it's not too many orders in the daytime. And it's basically probably more shoppers than there is orders. So even if I'm on schedule and they notify me about an order, by the time I look at it and review it and see if I want to take it, it's gone. So actually I need to go to this Dollar I'm leaving Joanne over in Bloomfield Hills, and just to give an update on my status in line for the Secretary of State, I started off at 226. That's the number I was in line. Now I'm at 153. So yeah, I'm not really concerned about getting back over, because I'm probably about 30 minutes away from there now, and I'm just like going about my day. I'm not going to even bother trying to get back over there and get that done today. I'll just worry about it next week. So yeah, just wanted to give an update on that. I'm leaving Joanne, and I'm about to go over to Haberman Fabrics. I think that's considered Royal Oak. I could be wrong. Hey, Royal Oak or Clausen. But yeah, I'm gonna head on over there. I found some of the fabric that I wanted to get for the scarves that I want to make. My aunt wants a black and white, like a black sweater basically. So I haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna make that, but I got the fabric and I'm gonna figure it out. And then she wants another, that one is an infinity scarf, so that's the challenge there. The other one is just a plain long scarf. The challenge there will be just finding the material that she wants. It's hard trying to find specific fabric when I'm making things. So I just kind of try and get close to the colors that they want. So yeah, Haberman has more of a selection. Right now I'm approaching Losser, and this is Long Lake. What mile road is Long Lake? 15 mile? I can't remember. No, Maple is 15 miles, so I'm gonna have to go back the other way, I think, because it's on 14 mile, yeah. And then I think I'm going to go to Somerset, since I'm on this side of town, and get me some Chick-fil-A. Tim is gonna be so jelly. I'm leaving Haberman. No luck there. I'm in Clausen, Michigan. I saw a few things that I kind of liked. Not for the specific thing. My aunt's scarf that I need. So yeah, I'll just have to keep looking, searching online to see if I find anything. Oh, my status on the Secretary of State is I'm 126th in line, and it's about 3:45, and they close at 5. So I'm just curious. I'm staying in line because I'm curious to see if they'll actually get to my number by 5 o'clock. They said you have, I wonder if they stay open later than 5, because they tell you have to be in the building by the time they call your number. So I'm not really trying to get over there by 5 though, especially during rush hour traffic. So, but I'm just curious. I am about to go get something to eat. I'm gonna go to Somerset Mall and get something from Chick-fil-A. been there several times to walk around the mall, and the line was like ridiculous. I don't know, it's been a while since we actually went to the mall, to Somerset Mall, and we were just going to walk, and the line was just ridiculous. But that might have even been like, I don't know, I have no idea when that was. So yeah, but it's been a while. But yeah, I am looking forward to getting something to eat. Oops. So now and then, Troy/Clausen. It's about 82 degrees now. So a little warmer, but still amazing. I just left Somerset and got my Chick-fil-A, and my life is perfect again. I always get number one, the meal. And yeah, they have like the awesome setup. I mean, even though they had a line, they had people like they have the line roped off, like where to start, where to go in to get into the line. And then they had like people taking your order as you stood in the line, so that all you had to do when you got up to the line is say your name, pay, and your order was ready. So, and it wasn't like the line wasn't even completely full, like where they have it roped off, especially not like it was before when they first opened. But yeah, it moved very quickly, and I'm gonna eat my food and head home. All right, bye. So there, in the parking garage, I eat my fries with ranch. So good.